Hey, my fellow outsiders. I'm going to do an easy leather project today. It's a good beginner project if you want to start doing leather work. We're going to make a little journal cover. I get these journals at Tandy Leather. I usually also get them at Barnes & Noble, but it's easier going Tandy Leather and they're about the same price. All I did, I took my large leather piece I had and I made a template. I took some heavy card paper, laid my book down, left a good border around the edge for an overhang, laid it on there, and then just rolled it over, to get a measurement that I thought would be pretty close to what I wanted. This one, I'm not, sometimes I make them where the lip folds over the book and protects the outside edge, but this one I'm not, because I want to practice some tooling on it, so it's just going to be a cover for the book. So anyway, that's all we do. You have to use a little template, cut it out, and maybe a good square even piece there. I use this stitcher and grooving tool to mark my borders. I don't know if you can see, I've already did it. You can see it just leaves you a line. You can make you a good straight line all the way around where you're gonna start your tooling and cutting and stuff. Alright, y'all can see I knifed out my lines that I penciled out earlier. I'm trying to do basket weave on this thing, and I've never ever successfully done it without screwing it up. So it looks like it's gonna happen this time, so y'all get to watch my personal history in the making. I'm going to use another tool. I don't like the way that looks, just a regular bevel. It's the Tandy Z B701. Still got a bevel on it. It's got I think they call it a shader maybe. I don't know. I don't know if you can be able to see on this until I stain it and stuff, but it just gives it some texture. Instead of just being smooth, it gives it some texture. Alright, I'm going to do a Texas on this side, of course. One thing about leather work, you only got one shot at everything, so always check with rulers, squares, whatever you got, to make sure that everything is square. Because once you put it on the leather, it's over and done with. See, no matter how careful I was, I forgot to put the top on Texas. It's way up there. Panhandle Pepper's way up here, coming out of Texas somewhere. Anyway, I'll go ahead and knife that out. I feel comfortable freehanding straight lines if I've already made the lines with a ruler. But there's no way I don't like trying to freehand stuff without a line there already. Starting to learn a little more too about this, about the knife. I've struggled for months and months, and finally realized I'm just not getting the knife sharp enough, or it wasn't sharp enough when I started. And learned a little more about casing the leather, wetting it down. It's just a hobby that takes time and practice, lots of practice. There you go. Alright, I'm going to try to basket weave the front of it now around this Texas. Earlier I talked about the way I start, the way I finally learned to start the work. I took a ruler, went from corner to corner. I scribed me a little line. Let's see. There, you can see it there. I scribed just a faint little line that's going to be covered up by the tooling with this little awl here. Just drug it across my ruler there for a good straight line. You want to take the basket weave stamp. ZX511 from Tandy. I'm going to start. See if I can successfully do it again. I'm just going to put the edge of it right on the line. Start it. Then I'm going to skip over on the other side of the line. I know it's probably hard for y'all to see. I'm going to go to the other side of the line, put this corner in the hole of the previous stamped one. Make sure the front of the stamp's on the line. Just like that. And I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to put this corner in, put it on the line, stamp it. I skipped every other one. And we'll just keep on building all the way around the Texas. I'll get back with you in a minute. I'm almost finished here with this Texas. I'm going to stick with just a regular smooth bevel on this one. I like the way it looks. Something if you're just learning is trying to keep the tool marks out. I still have a little bit of problem with that. Anyway, so there we are. One journal cover with Texas and basket weave. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and make the stitching grooves and get ready to hammer in the holes for the stitching. Back to this tool again, the stitching groover. And I switched out the little blade. It comes with just wanted to leave a mark. This one here I actually take out a groove so your stitching will lay down in it. This is new to me. I've only used it a couple of times. It takes a little bit of practice and it's unforgiving if you hand slips or anything. You got a nasty little groove in your leather, so be aware. And you can see now we got a groove. Our stitches lay down flat. Anyway, you just keep on going around, follow that, and it'll these nice perfect holes all the way around. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put a little dye on it. We got Phoebing's Pro Dye, the saddle tan. It's one of my favorite colors. Alright, we're still working on the journal today. Got it stained up a saddle tan. I got my little pockets cut out. I'll go right here to hold the book in. And as always, when I'm making some kind of new project from scratch, I make a template and mark what it is, so next time I won't have to go through all the measuring and figuring. I can just grab that template pack and make me one real quick. But on an important side note, shop cleanliness. You know, we all get in a hurry and get projects on top of projects and pile stuff up everywhere. Well, that's what happens to a good piece of leather when you don't keep your shop clean. Yeah, I knocked it off and it fell on a big pile of rags with black stain on it, so I guess now I'm going to have to find something to make black and stain the whole piece there. But anyway, keep your shop clean, guys, for safety and for bad stuff like that happening. Anyway, I'm going to punch these holes, get this sewed on, and I'll get back with y'all. Alright, good afternoon, fellow outsiders. Finished up the little journal project. When I left off, I just cut these pieces to hold the journal inside. So I got them all sewed on, got the journal put in, and I got everything all dyed and coated. Turned out pretty nice. You can see some of the some of the basket weave there. Like I said, I'm pretty happy because that's the first time I've ever made it without screwing something up. I don't know why this has always been difficult for me, but it seemed to always mess up. I got one little mess up right here, but it's not too obvious with the 100 other. Anyway, there it is. Maybe y'all watching get y'all inspired to go out and make something, learn a new trade, a skill, talent. Everybody's got something in them. Anyway, y'all have a nice night, and we'll probably get back with you after the holidays. Merry Christmas if I don't see you before then.